Hello, a very warm welcome. You're watching The Breaking Ground with me, Priya Behel. And as we speak, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is leading BJP's poll blitz on the penultimate day of campaigning for Telangana elections after addressing two public meetings in Karimnagar and in Mehbubabad earlier in the day. Right now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to take out a mega roadshow traversing across the city known as the heart of Telangana, Hyderabad. Why is it important? Because it has 15 assembly seats, and with BJP giving it all to get a foothold in the state, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, considered the master blaster for his party, is giving it all, becoming the pinch hitter to take the BJP to its best ever performance in the state. Joining me live from the ground are Padmaja Joshi and Soumit. Padmaja, coming to you first. What are the kind of preparations that are on, and tell us through the importance, run us through the importance of this mega roadshow.
Well, the importance cannot be underscored enough, Priya. If you look around me, just the sheer number of people who have turned out, this, remember, is not just the campaign for Telangana, but this also, in a sense, will draw to a close this entire election season that practically everyone is understanding as a precursor to 2024. Of course, a lot of people will argue that assembly election results haven't really, completely reflected what happens in the Lok Sabha. Classic example, what happened in 2018 and then what happened in 2019. That being said, there are major messages that this election campaign will be sending out for how the next 6 months are going to be vis-a-vis political messaging, political strategy, and political parties. Who stands where? Now take a look at this particular area. The Prime Minister is just going to start his roadshow in Hyderabad. You can see his campaign vehicle, his rath as it were, right there in front of me. We in fact are one of the very few people who actually are right in front of this entire campaign vehicle, and this route that he's going to be taking, we are going to traverse the entire route. Along the way, you have got hundreds and hundreds of people who are lined up. Now this, remember, is something that we have seen in every election-bound state, especially where the BJP has seen a tough fight. We saw it in Karnataka, we saw it in Gujarat, we saw it in Rajasthan, we are seeing it here in Telangana. A lot of focus, Priya, was on Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. You know, a lot of our, sometimes maybe the fault lies with us as well, a lot of our focus remains on what is known as the Hindi heartland. But take a look at what sets Telangana elections apart. This is one of the only truly tripolar, the three-sided election where we have all three parties which are very, very strong. In Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh, primarily you had the BJP and the Congress which were fighting each other. Yes, you will argue there was Hanuman Beniwal in Rajasthan, there was a Samajwadi Party, a BSP, a Gondwana Party in Madhya Pradesh, but just the sheer numbers. This in Telangana is the BRS, the BJP and the Congress. The fight is not just for who will be making the government, but also who is going to be number two. It's going to be that hard fought. Because for the BRS, it's going to be a question of survival. It's not for any other reason that you see K. Chandrasekhar Rao make himself the face of this election. He's saying, I am the one who fought for your independence. We got you the state in 2014 and nobody can take that away. The creator, if you come here, you will see across Hyderabad at least, you will have posters only of KCR as the architect of Telangana, and the slogan he has coined this time around is from good to best. So they are saying in 10 years, we have made Telangana, which is the youngest state of the Indian Union, come to where it is. Historically, geographically, it has several disadvantages, and yet we have got Telangana to where it is, and now we want to make it the best. The BJP, remember, what a surprise performance Lok Sabha election. Nobody was giving them the time of day in 2019, and yet here they are with 4 MPs. Actually, they won more MPs there in Telangana than the Congress in 2019. The same Congress which at one point of time was in government undisputed in the undivided Andhra state. So today you have got a Bharatiya Janata Party not just with members of parliament but also with a minister in the union cabinet who is also a state president of the BJP, G. Kishan Reddy. This is an extremely important election and the Prime Minister has undisputably been the face of the BJP campaign. Irrespective of what pundits might say, the BJP this time has gone with the calculated assessment that the Prime Minister is their face. Other parties have banked on local leadership, their local satraps, as it were. Okay, the Prime Minister, we can see they're going and meeting the people. There was a small stage set up where, you know, young children were performing, there were ladies who were performing the traditional dance, and there you have the Prime Minister, before he gets into his campaign vehicle, actually going out and greeting all the leaders, all the admirers, all the supporters of the BJP who are assembled here. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it's almost as if a roar went up, and along with the roar, you had hundreds of hands. I think I should just keep quiet for a bit and let you just hear the roar of people assembled here. The flowers are being showered and almost in unison, hundreds of hands went up with their phone cameras trying to take that one picture of the Prime Minister. Who would have thought that 5 years ago, most people did not think that the BJP had any presence. Remember, in the 2018 elections, when KCR actually called for early elections, the BJP won only one assembly seat. There was one assembly seat that they won here in Telangana, and people dismissed them. They said there was no chance that they had of ever having a presence in the state. People said the South was very different from the North. And here he is, the Prime Minister, the Member of Parliament from Gujarat and from Uttar Pradesh.
Right there, so the jammers coming into place in keeping with the security that is accorded to Prime Minister and his cavalcade. But as Padmaja was telling us, a loud outpouring of support on the streets of Hyderabad for Prime Minister as he starts his road show in Hyderabad. Remember, there are two key constituencies that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's road show will be going through in Hyderabad as he traverses through the heart of Hyderabad. The first one is going to be Mushirabad and Amirpet. Now, why these seats have been chosen?
Obviously have been sanitized. Most buildings have been sanitized because of security reasons. But even then you have got people who can find any elevated platform. Look at that. You actually have people who are running along here on the side. As the Prime Minister passes, they are running with him, with his cutouts and with the BJP flag with them. One mustn't underestimate the significance of this. The fact that a party which had practically zero presence 6 years ago, one MLA, today has the Prime Minister himself said that ab ki baar, pehli baar, BJP Sarkar. They are not making any bones about what their political ambitions are. That being said, this is a three-cornered contest, and it's perhaps one of those states where the Congress has given it its all. In Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh, they have been plagued with problems of factionalism, of infighting, of dissenters. But in Telangana, the Congress has decided to go ahead under the leadership of Revant Reddy. He's had 2 years before these elections, between the time that he took over as TPCC president and the first major elections that he's facing as the chief. So you have a Congress that's giving it its all, a BRS that is fighting for survival, and a BJP that is clearly giving no quarter. Their ambitions and their intentions in this election are absolutely clear, that this is not just about the assembly. Next year, for the BJP to expand its footprint in the Lok Sabha, they know they need to make further gigs. There is a saturation in most of the states which are considered its bastion. Whether you're talking about Gujarat, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Himachal, you name it, the BJP has pretty much had 100% strike rate, even Madhya Pradesh almost. So now, if you want to expand your footprint, it is the gateway of the South that has to be opened by the BJP, and who better to do it than the #1 mascot for the party under whose leadership they have fought this entire election across states. It's not just in Telangana. Remember, in Rajasthan and in Madhya Pradesh, the Prime Minister wrote a letter to the people at the beginning of the entire election campaign saying that vote for me. This is a vote for progress. So it starts with a letter to the people and it ends with this personal exhortation. You might be looking at Hyderabad as a seat, but that is not important. By the way, this is also the area which has the BJP's first MLA in 2018, which was Raja Singh of Gosha Mahal. Now, a lot of controversy about why he was given a ticket again after suspension, etc. But that is how their footprint was made, and it was subsequently expanded. Just to give you a little bit of an overview, the rally might be happening in Hyderabad, but the messaging is for the entire state. How does the state's politics pan out here? If you look at the geography, the map of Telangana, and I want to bring in Somit on this as well, Somit, just to help our viewers understand, what is the political geography of Telangana? You have the Congress with its own strongholds, in Khammam, in other districts where Priyanka Gandhi has been, Rahul Gandhi has been campaigning extensively. Those are the Congress strongholds. Which are the areas where the BJP has managed to make its presence felt, and why? What are the contributing factors, Somit?
Well, Padmaja, first of all, if we take the 2018 elections, then it was different. It was a different scenario, and it was one-sided elections. Everyone knew that. And this time, because Congress grabbed that wave and they are going aggressively on the ground. And then, if we say that, last time they have targeted only just like 30 to 40 seats, and they managed to get 20 to 21 seats. And later, over 14 to 15 MLAs have joined the BRS party, and now this time again after Revant Reddy has came and after Revant Reddy joined the party, and after he has taken over the TPCC post, he has got he has got that prominence to the party, and after he took over, the situation on ground was seen heating up, and later that wave has started, and now somewhat there are chances that Congress might win this time, and also even BRS leaders were scared initially, and now they are confident that they are winning, and at the same time even Congress is confident that they are winning the Telangana ground. So basically, if we take the several districts, like in 33 districts, if we take there are around 20 districts where the BRS is very much strong, and also in those 20 districts, Congress is trying to gain the seats, and in Khammam, Kottagudem, in different places, basically, the Congress is very strong, and last time also they wiped that place, those seats in Khammam, Kottagudem, and those areas in Kamareddy, and also there are some neighboring districts, we can say, including Mahbub Nagar and other places. So, even including Nalgonda district. So if we say that Hyderabad they are targeting like 24 seats, this time apart from the 7 seats of the MIM party, Congress is targeting, BRS is targeting, and because BJP is also strong in the urban areas, even they are targeting the 15 seats of the Hyderabad city. So even Prime Minister just trailing the Prime Minister's cavalcade, we can say that these two assembly constituencies are where BJP is strong, and they wanted to gain these 2 seats, that is Bashirabad and Narmapet. And the Parliament Secretariat seat is with them, and we can also clearly see the crowd, and you were showing the shots and you were explaining how public came, and even now just the Prime Minister's after public appearance he just left from the spot, and is moving there towards the Kachiguda area where this roadshow will end. So basically we can say that this time the fight is very tough between the 3 parties. It will be the tri fight between the BRS, Congress, and the BJP. BJP is eyeing 25 to 30 seats this time, and even they are they're fighting aggressively. Since last 3-4 days, we can see that BJP has gained that attention of the voters, because we were seeing how BJP was going very slowly, and they weren't going aggressively. But all of a sudden, since last 3-4 days, BJP is going aggressively, and they have got they've increased their grab at several places, Padmaja. And even when it comes to the Congress party, they're challenging and saying that they will win 80 seats out of 119. And at the same time, BRS is also saying the same. So, even Revanth Reddy has challenged KCR has challenged Revanth Reddy. KCR has stated that Congress will only get 20 seats, and wherein which Revanth Reddy has stated that they will be not getting less than 80 seats, and he has stated that even we will be ready for any punishment if we get less than 80 seats.
It's often said that people bask in reflected glory. I am getting a lot of reflected flowers thrown in my direction by virtue of being right in front of the Prime Minister's cavalcade. I want to point out something very interesting to you. While you will see a large number of men here, it has become so common now to see the ladies turn out for the Prime Minister's roadshow. So you will have the turnout of the men, the traditional supporters, and that is a big change in the election grammar of our country as a whole, which is hopefully going to be reflected across parties. The fact that now women are taking a very strident political role. A good thing that one sees is the younger lot, the younger people, the younger women who turn out, and they have political interests. So the earlier this thing of, whatever the head of the house says, whatever the men say we are going to do, that doesn't happen. Not only do women exercise their independent choice, but women are increasingly turning out. And I can say that quite safely from having seen a lot of the Prime Minister's rallies across several states, that this is a pattern. You will see the women turning up. They will be young, they will be college going, they will be middle age. You will see the housewife, back from shopping for groceries and, carrying her little thela. She will have her children with her, and she'll be standing there for the rally as well. So that in itself is a very, very interesting marker. And make no mistake, the Prime Minister also makes it a point to reach out. There is a recognition that this is a class of voters who make an effort to come out in their daily lives. They will step out and they will make sure that they exercise their franchise, and he makes it a point every time to reach out to these women, whether it be Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh or over here, and he will say, Meri mataon aur behnon, mere parivarjano. So it's not just about mere deshvasiyon, it will be my family members, my sisters, my mother. Please come out and vote. Well, clearly the feeling is is being reciprocated by the women voters as well. I'm going to take a very quick break at this point. We are going across constituencies in Hyderabad, but going by the kind of turnout that we are seeing, I can bet that we'll be back in a minute and the crowds will be just as thick, just as frenzied. Don't go anywhere. Times Now is live here from Hyderabad.